Hi, this is Dan Cortopassi of TSG Multimedia. Today I'm reviewing an N-scale SD70AH from Fox Valley Models. The model is labeled as an SD70ACe, but represents one of the versions with extra ballast for added weight, designated SD70AH. The real Union Pacific 8859 was built in 2014, so this model would be perfect for layouts set in the present era. This model is DCC ready and has an MSRP of $130. The paint on the model is opaque, but thick enough to soften the edges of some details. The markings are mostly crisp and free of voids, though the small warning labels are illegible. The red stripe along the top is not quite opaque. I think the radiator grills would look better if they were darkened. The flag on the side is slightly too small and looks pixelated, and the Union Pacific lettering on the shield doesn't quite match the font on the real locomotive. The real 8859 has an isolated cab, and the model reflects this, with extra seams on the cab side and across the top of the nose. The 3-spoke brake wheel is also correct for UP 8859. Most of the side detail seems correct except for one section on the fireman's side. The grille here on the real locomotive is different. The truck's side frames seem a bit flat and lack the depth seen on some other N-scale models. The front of the model has working ditch lights and number boards. Like many Fox Valley diesels, grab irons and sunshades are included in a parts bag to be applied by the modeler. There are dimples in the nose that mark the locations for drilling holes. There are grabs included for the top of the nose as well, but no dimples that I can see. Installing these small parts can be difficult, even with the dimples, so it would be nice if Fox Valley included a drilling template to make it easier. The cab windows are the wrong shape. They are too tall and not wide enough. The pilots have separately applied uncoupling levers and MU hoses. I like the plow, which has grab irons. The rear of the long hood also has dimples for drilling holes. The model has knuckle couplers on both ends that are at the correct height according to the Microtrain's height gauge. The top of the cab has a dome, which is incorrect for 8859. The real engine has a PTC antenna array. The horn casting in the middle of the long hood is very nice. The molded-on fan detail is fair, though not as crisp as on some other N-scale offerings. All 6 axles are powered and all 12 wheels pick up current. All of the wheels are in gauge according to the NMRA standards gauge. The model weighs 3.9 ounces. I registered 0.7 ounces of drawbar pull on my force gauge. I'm running the engine on DC. It's very smooth and quiet and has good low-speed capability. I'll hold it so you can take a look at the lights. I like it that on this one the ditch lights are pretty bright as well as the headlight. The shell just pulls off like many other N-scale diesels. The light board is here and it has a 6-pin plug on the bottom if you want to install DCC. Overall, this is a good model that runs well and has nice detail. Since it has the isolated cab, it adds a little variety when compared to other N-scale SD70ACe models. The paint quality, however, is not quite up to that of other manufacturers, and that warrants a spike. There are also some detail issues. Many modelers may find applying the separate grab irons frustrating. I'm going to take a spike for those things as well. My final verdict is 8 out of 10 spikes.